Do you remember this guy from Seinfeld? The guy at the Jiffy Park? And he was almost the best one-shot character in the history of a sitcom, except he came back for the Jiffy dump. They needed him to come back. But he was wrapped up in this battle of semantics about George and Kramer's cars at the Jiffy Park and whether or not they could get them because they were too busy having hookers turning tricks in them, right? As we remember. And he was just locked up to where it was just like, yeah, I need my car. It's the whole purpose of a garage is to have a car or a parking area, right, where you can pull your car out at any point. And it was just madness. Like you couldn't wrap your head around it. And that's what it feels like talking to Chiefs fans heading into the Super Bowl. Like, give me my car. Give me my win. What do you mean that's going to be a problem? When I ask for my victory, when I ask for my Jalen Hurts MVP trophy, when I ask for the Philadelphia Eagles to just cruise on in there. 5 bets, 5 minutes. 5 big bets in 5 minutes. Let us start the clock right now. All right, we begin. You've hit the thumbs up button and subscribed. All right, yeah. Now we begin actually with the same game parlay. And look, to be fair, this has to hit. Both sides have to hit in order for this leg to count, all right? We start with Jalen. Move on over. Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, and the Philadelphia Eagles win. No need to play the money line here. No need to give an extra 10 points over. Lay the 1.5 right away. That's the first play combined with an under 51.5. The majority of these Super Bowls that are totaled in the low 50s, 50, 51, 52, that range, they just don't go over. Not nearly as much as you think. 9, 3, and 1 over the last 13 that have finished in that total of anywhere from 50 to 52. And this is exactly what we're seeing here. Lower scoring, first quarter, feel it out. First leg, plus 250. Eagles minus 1.5, under 51.5. Next one, go to Super Bowl specials here. And you can go all the way down, right, to where we can find, I think, Super Bowl specials easily. Game props, right? That's what we want. So here's Super Bowl specials. We want game props. Now, passing props, I'll give you this first. Patrick Mahomes to throw an interception. That's going to happen. All right. So you can see all the different ones down here. We're going Patrick Mahomes over 1/2, meaning, yes, he will throw an interception. The reason is because the Philadelphia Eagles with that defensive front, they're going to cause some havoc. They're going to cause some problems here. You can pretty much look at that as a lock, something that I think you can definitely factor in. And that's what I'd love to see here from a betting standpoint, is just tackling the fact that the Philadelphia Eagles have 4 guys that can get to Patrick Mahomes. All right, I want to show you the other one here as we get to it, and it's in the Super Bowl specials, right? So if you look at the Super Bowl specials, you see a couple of these wacky, ridiculous ones, right? And then you see some records as well, quarterbacks to kneel, but keep going, keep going. And this is the most receiving yards in the game. Devontae Smith. He's just the most obvious option. Travis Kelce will be watered down. A.J. Brown will be watered down. Devontae Smith will be heavily targeted by the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback and Jalen Hurts. Nick Sirianni, the Eagles coach, is going to work Devontae in multiple levels of the field. He will be targeted deep downfield. He'll have a couple of big play opportunities off 1 or 2 grabs and a couple of quick throws, screens, and just quick slants to get him all over the different parts of the field. Devontae Smith to lead the game in receiving yards at plus 450 seems like a pretty good bet to me, and one that I want to be behind. All right, when you look at just where we are from the game itself, first half, second half, shout out to Walter. The walterfootball.com video is up there for bringing this up, and I looked a little deeper at it. It made a lot of sense here. I'm just going to lay the 110 for the Philadelphia Eagles to win the second half on the money line. Even if they're up by 14 points or so, the Eagles have had a knack for closing out teams, making it really difficult to win the scoring battle in the second half when you're down as such. So I think there's a great chance here for the Chiefs still, if they're down to where they're not able to narrow that gap. And not being able to narrow that gap means the Eagles are not just making stops, but they're also scoring. And look, they can just make stops. Even on that great, big, badass Mahomes offense, Eagles get a couple of stops, a field goal, 7 points. Might be the difference between winning that second half and pushing. And that's why I think just on the money line, laying 110 ahead of time is worth your while. We need a little bit of a bomb. I gave you that plus 450 Devontae Smith, but we need a little bit more of that before we get out of here, right? In our final minute, if I may, how about a guy that's probably not on your radar to score, but is when it comes to Jalen Hurts and the offense? It's not going to be a deep, as we love the term, concerted effort to get Quez Watkins the football, but there are a couple of plays for Q. There are a couple of plays in which Q is on the field and which Q is not necessarily the primary receiver, but he doesn't have to be so much as if the primary receiver is covered, then he is a fantastic deep downfield valve. Somebody that will definitely get looks downfield. Somebody that will get looks in a red zone package or two. Doesn't mean he'll be out there a ton of snaps, but he's out there and can maximize the small amount of snaps that he's there. So there's your fifth bet in the 5th minute. Quez Watkins, anytime touchdown at plus 600. Woof, that's a lot. Let me run that back. First, $5 bet here just on the Eagles to win. This is on DraftKings. Take a second. All right? I know we hit you with a lot. Just take a second. Take 90 seconds. You have to be 21 or older. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. And you have to live in a state where, of course, you can legally place a wager, right? Take 90 seconds, put $5 in after you sign up at DraftKings, and then immediately put that $5. Don't wait. You're watching this ahead of time. Thursday, Friday, whenever it is, don't wait. Place that bet right now. It's just a $5 bet, what you deposited. That's it. That's all. That's all you need to do. Because as soon as you do it, instantly $200 right back into your account. That's how you can collect, okay? Now, you have the $200 in bonus bets. What do? You're hanging. Come hang on the Discord. Come hang here. 50% off. There you have it. I think you look at this with an opportunity now to jump in with your first week off. Show you what we're doing here. This is Thursday night. 7-2 in February, all plus money bets on this DraftKings early win token. My Discord channel. It's not me. It's me and the Discord channel. It's the Discord channel and Shander. But we're 7-2 in February, all plus money bets. Another one at plus 195. We didn't even need to wait for the half. This is an example of what's happening on the Discord. Parlays, we got them. We got anything you want. We're doing parlays every night. You're getting half off your first week. You don't know what you're doing? We have conversations. We'll help you. We'll walk you through stuff. Trust me. First week, half off. Here's your 5 and 5. Eagles minus 1.5 under 51.5 same game parlay. Yes, Mahomes to an interception. Devontae Smith to lead the game in receiving yards. Eagles second half money line. And Quez Watkins with an anytime touchdown. Go Birds.